Wow. Thought I saw something coming behind it. All right, if you're wondering what I'm using today, I have a Daiwa Tatula reel, 8.1 gear ratio, so it's a nice fast ratio to get those fish up and out of the reeds or the weeds. I've got a St. Croix saltwater blank, my favorite bass rod. It's just got a little bit of give to it, but it still has plenty of backbone, with a custom MHX grip on it. It's a custom made rod. Sometimes when we make our rods we put cork, but this rubber grip seems to really help on these days of bass fishing, especially when you're catching a lot of fish and your hands are getting slimy. And lo and behold, look at that line. Blue. Now, I didn't set out to get blue line, but if you've been doing any shopping lately, things are kind of scarce. I think tackle companies are just catching up after all the pandemic stuff. This is what Reed's had in 50-pound test, so I bought it, and I'm using blue line this year. So far, so good. Let's see if a little subtler approach works. Man, it's shallow. Shallow, shallow. Okay. Nice fish. There we go. Take off the whopper plopper, put on the booyah. Go figure. I think they just wanted a little more subtle today. There we go, back on the board with the frog bass. Let's get some more. Like I always say, we fish with what we have confidence in. And I have confidence in this frog. Oh, that looked like a big one. That is a big one. Come on. There we go. All right. Nice fish. Okay. Just a day full of big bass. Now I get it. If you're in Florida and you happen to see this video, you're probably thinking big. Well, it's all relative to where you live. You know, the Minnesota state record is about 8 pounds. When you're catching fish almost half that size, you're doing pretty well. So maybe in Florida, this would be a day of 5-pounders for you. But here in Minnesota, this is a great day of bass fishing. So much fun fishing today. The bass are hitting. Had a little dry spell, went out and trolled a little bit, didn't get anything. Now I'm back in the reeds. There we go. They're coming shallow. They're coming on the edge of the reeds. We're just going to keep casting and get some more. Awesome day. I'm noticing that the reed beds, there we go. I'll get back to that point in a second. Boy, he was aggressive. This little guy hit it like a 5-pounder. Wow. Well, what I was saying is these reed beds that have been really productive have a little extra component to them. Some of the ones that didn't have as many fish on them, the bottom was just kind of sandy. Well, this one, within the reeds, there's some weeds interspersed in there. And that seems to help for cover. I'm sure it draws in some bait fish. So definitely we are working another area that has some fish. Another thing that's happened too is the sun has been going behind clouds, and that just seems to help. That high sky, you would think for visibility it'd be good. I think the fish are just a little more spooky. So we got some clouds. It's going to be clouds and sun. Going to keep our awesome day going. I don't know if you can see what I was talking about, but there's the weeds kind of in with the reeds. Seems to help. There we go. Look away for a second. All right. That guy's worth netting. Wow. Well, there you have it, a rarity on this lake. 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Nice. I usually call this lake 3 and 5. You either get them at 3 or 5. This guy's on his way to 5. Nice fish. All right. Well, there we go. We're just plugging along. I was thinking about cutting across and trying another area, but there's big bass everywhere. These channels that people cut to their places can be great right on the corners. That guy came right off of this corner here. It just gives you a good lane to throw in there and maybe get into a different depth in the weeds. So worked out that time. Getting late in the morning. We'll see if there's a couple more frog bass willing to bite. And we'll probably go in and get some lunch. Hey, he's still there. Nice. All right. Kind of backed off the spot, came from a different angle, and this guy was still there. Nice. Hit it like a champ. Another frog bass, middle of the day. The fish feel cold because the air is so warm and the water is 79 degrees. That's when you know you got a a good thing going. Check out the frog. The paint's starting to get worn off. If you feel it, it's kind of feeling a little rough. But this has been a good frog for us. There we go. Another one. All right. Just look at how these fish are built, especially this guy. Man, look at that belly. All right, they are ready to eat, and I'm ready to catch, so that's a perfect storm. Front camera taking a little break. This one you'll hear some splashes. There's another one close to 4 pounds. Awesome. Early morning. We've had lily pads, we've had reeds, everything in between. They just can't stay away from the Booyah Pad Crasher today. I had a feeling we were going to have one of these great days coming up. And here we are, we're in the middle of it. Alright, Hack Cam is back with us. We just released another nice bass. They seem to be active even here in the middle of the day. Well, I should say late morning. It's a little concerned because there's kind of a brown scum everywhere, but that actually might be helping. So many fish today have kind of bumped it, and then I threw back, and the second time they usually don't bump it, they usually smash it. There we go. So there's the bump. Let's see if we can get the smash. There's the smash. All right. Another good one. Nice fish. Yeah, for whatever reason, the first time they hit it, they're not committing to it. But then, like you just saw, the second time, they are all in. All right. Another great bass. Send him on his way. I had taken a break and tried some panfish fishing, came off to this side of the lake. Got a few spots I like to try on this side. Thought, well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if there's any bass that are active. Yep. Keep them coming. Okay. There we go. Got a little school of them. I like this. Kind of catch one, go in a circle with the Hobie, get a shot of it, get a shot of it going back, put the hat back on. get the frog back in order and cast right back there and see if there's another one. As I was bringing it in, I saw something swirl back here. Oh, big fish. I don't know about the hook set. All right, he's still on. Wow, this could be our 5. Whew. Like a pro. Wow. What a spot. I saw something swirl back there. And it may have been this guy. Oh my goodness. This guy is round. Look at that. I don't know if he's going to make that 5-pound mark, but we're going to see. Well, we're at 4 pounds 9 ounces. Not our 5-pounder, but the big one of the day so far. Gave it a great fight. Wow, look at that. I honestly thought that my bass fishing for the day might be over, or for at least a little while. But I don't know what it is. The intermixing of the lily pads and the reeds. This spot is going crazy. I've left my camera on since my first fish in this area. It's been 7 minutes and I got 3 fish in the boat. I'm sure I've mentioned it in a video. Pay attention. You know, I saw a little swirl. I was kind of fishing this outer area. Saw a little swirl inside. Threw it in there, and that's where that big one came from. All right, we're coming up on another spot that has lily pads. That's been the ticket here late in the afternoon, so let's hope it holds up. Yep. Stay away from the reeds. There we go, jumped right over them. All right. There we go. How about another one? Chunky, chunky fish. I love the fact that my thumb is getting all torn up holding these fish. There we go. All right. Sometimes the littlest guys are the biggest jumpers. There we go. Like the rest of them on this lake, nice and round. So many great things about today. One of the neat things is, it's been everywhere. I started out over there, fished all the way down that shore, cut across over to here. We've caught fish in every area. All right. There's a nice one. other guy. Frog bass. Okay, finishing up here in Grand Rapids. What a day of bass fishing. Amazing. I caught fish on every part of the lake where I stopped. Frog bass, frog bass, frog bass. All the way up to 4.5 pounds. A lot of 3-pounders. What an awesome day. In fact, it was so awesome, I think we might need a part 1 and a part 2 for the video. So stay tuned for that. Wherever you are, I hope they're biting. Thank you so much for watching this video.